We are on this 3,500 kilometer road trip beyond the northwest end of the mighty Himalayas to the magical land of Ladakh, to a place where superlative words become so repetitive that after some time saying them becomes a bit cliche. In this episode, I will cover our road trip from the point we crossed the dangerous Zojila Pass to reach Leh and experience its rich heritage for the next 2 days. Hi, I am Gaurav and I welcome you all to my channel. Today is day 3 of the road trip. Early morning we started from Sonmarg and crossed Zojila Pass. By evening we will be reaching the city of Leh, and in between we will be treated with some stunning landscape that will never stop surprising us in every bend. We have just crossed Zojila Pass, and after spending some quality time with the picture perfect landscape, we are now heading towards Dras. The vegetation in front of us has changed. The pines at Sonmarg are now replaced with patches of greens and browns. But still, the green color is predominant. Since Zojila Pass, the Dras river has been following us. The river will flaunt its curve along the next 100 kilometers of this national highway till Cargill. After 45 kilometers from Zojila, we reached the Cargill War Memorial. The famous Tololing peak of the 1999 Cargill War is in front of us. Behind this 15,100 feet peak is the LOC. At the start of the war, the enemy controlled the top of this peak, thus controlling the crucial Srinagar-Leh highway where we are presently standing. The Battle of Tololing was the longest and most fiercely fought battle of the Cargill War. This is the peak where Indian Army got its first significant victory. The war to capture the peak played a crucial role in defeating the enemy. The tallest peak on the left is Tiger Hill at 16,700 feet. Indian Army fought one of the most challenging battles at that height to register a decisive win. Peak 4875 at the left of Tiger Hill is named after the legend Captain Vikram Batra to honor his historic capture of this peak. The War Memorial remembers the brave hearts who fought like lions and died like heroes. Throughout the War Memorial, I tried vainly to control the tears that wanted to come out as a tribute to the heroes who sacrificed themselves for us. Along the road, we could see active bunkers where soldiers are still guarding the highway against any future Cargill-like situation.
Watch me, just follow every move. Touch me, let me know you want it to.
This section of the road has a wall to protect the highway from the enemy fire across the river. This is the combined Dras and Singhu river. A few kilometers from this point, the clean waters of this river joins the muddy Suru river before entering Pakistan, where it merges with the Indus. Another 53 kilometers from the War Memorial is the city of Cargill. It is the second biggest city of Ladakh after Leh.
Just let me feel you close, come surround me. Don't ever let me go, come surround me. Just let me feel.
We are now around 40 kilometers east of Cargill town. The mountains in this stretch look like some man-made forts. We are now near the famous Maitri Buddha statue in Mulbeg village. An enormous 30 feet tall limestone structure carved from a single rock standing right beside the national highway. Maitri Buddha signifies a future form of Buddha. Maitri Buddha presently resides in heaven and will descend to earth to preach new dharma after the teachings of Gautam Buddha will not be practiced anymore. While entering Ladakh, Mulbeg gave us the first insight into the rich Buddhist culture of this region. The place has a few local restaurants, but does not expect much from them. Try venturing into these outlets only if you want to fill your stomach with boiled rice and rajma. After lunch and some understanding of the Maitri Buddha concept, we started again. The mountains had now turned into barren sand-like mounds. The stretch does not look like we are on Earth, but on some distant planet. At this point, I felt I was in a theme park, sitting on a ride, and different type of landscapes from Mars and Jupiter were projected in front of us, one after the other. It was a never-ending overdose of goodness. Good view, good road, and a good climate. This Mars-like landscape brings us to Namika La or Namika Pass. It is at 12,100 feet. It belongs to the Himalaya Zanskar range. Somehow I felt the highest point of this pass was overwhelmed with prayer flags. The surrounding landscape will definitely force everyone to stop for a few photographs. While compiling this video, this stretch of road left me confused. Everything was so beautiful that it was difficult to decide what to exclude from this video. The next stop is at the Fotula Pass in the Zanskar range of the Himalayas. At 13,400 feet, the view from the top is spectacular. Tall, rocky mountains all around and the highway snaking through it all. Moving on, another 15 kilometers drive and we are at the Lamayeru village. Lamayeru is one of the largest and oldest monasteries in Ladakh. Its history dates back to the 11th century and many stories and legends are associated with it. Facing the monastery is the legendary valley of the popular folk story. An old tale narrates how this valley was once filled with wild, raging water. A monk had a vision and he prayed for the valley to be empty of water. To honor the monk, the Lamayeru monastery was built. The story can be a legend from the 11th century, but today's geologists believe in the presence of water in this valley ages ago. As the Lamayeru monastery ends, the wrinkle-like landscape brings us to the popular moonland. As the name suggests, the terrain resembles the surface of the moon. We have yet to cover 1/3 of our distance to Leh. With limited hours of daylight left, we picked up speed. Around 20 kilometers from Lamayeru, the Indus River caught up with us and promised to keep our company till next 100 kilometers to Leh. We are now 50 kilometers from Leh. This flat stretch of around 5 kilometers road rejuvenated us as if to prepare us for entering Leh. The confluence of Indus and Zanskar River is next on the highway. This place is 9 kilometers before Leh. The famous magnetic hill is just 2 kilometers from the Sangam point. The attraction of Magnetic Hill is a section of the national highway where the car seems to be climbing up the mountain without its engine working. It's an illusion where the car seems to defy gravity while actually it is climbing down the slope. We also visited Gurdwara Patthar Sahab and had langar before reaching our hotel in Leh. We could not take any video as it was very dark outside and no camera was allowed inside the Gurdwara. Today is day 4 of our Ladakh road trip. The driver said it's our friend Ranjit.
So this is for the first time I'm traveling in this convoy of Thar. And this is, guys, and believe me, it's an awesome experience. I have seen it for last so many years on YouTube video. But today I am experiencing it.
The activities lined up for the day is that we are heading for lunch to Alchi Kitchen. Alchi is a sleepy village on the banks of Indus, around 65 kilometers from our hotel towards Cargill. We had seen most of the route to Alchi yesterday evening, but I must say the morning view is a lot better. Alches Kitchen is the perfect example of focusing on your core strengths, and the world will appreciate you for that. The village had an ancient monastery, but it is famous for Alches Kitchen where we are heading. The restaurant serves traditional Ladakhi delicacies with a contemporary twist. The restaurant is such a hit among tourists that it's hard to get a booking on a typical day.
It's a small village, and in this village, I think I have seen almost 200 cars right now outside waiting for the lunch. Some of the people are not even getting any money. So it's kind of taste which she's created, and obviously that's what she's been appreciated by President of India.
Inside the restaurant, the first photograph one will come across is of Chef Nilja taking the Nari Shakti Award for her work in women empowerment. No marks for guessing that she has an all-women's team in her kitchen. Interestingly, the food at Alches Kitchen is usually prepared over a wood-fired oven, but to cater our bigger group, she has no other option other than gas. In no time, the kitchen staff started churning up one delicacy after another.
This is mutton kamet. This is Tibetan bread with chicken sauces and other fillings inside.
Okay.
It's a signature dish for Chef Nilza. One of the best things here. People travel the country and the world to eat this. So
Arjun loving every bit of it, यार. बहुत different. आपको मिल गया.
नहीं ओवर हो रहा है.
ओवर नहीं है ये, सच्ची में डिफरेंट है.
How is the mutton tukka?
It's awesome here. Awesome.
Without much of a spice?
You can get, you feel the flavor of the fat, mutton fat. Inside this soup here.
And this is juice from the wild berries from the Nubra Valley.
Wild berry juice.
How did this idea conceptualize initially?
Mom's idea of only Ladakhi, authentic Ladakhi food. So I got inspired from her, and most of the learnings came from my mother and my family.
Okay. Any message that you want to give?
Stick to your roots. That's what I would like to say.
Great. Of all the new things I tasted that day, my favorite is the chocolate momos. I may have to revisit Ladakh just for this momos. Returning from Alchi, all the off-roaders climbed a hill. The view from the top is worth the effort. In days to come, we will experience ample off-roading, sometimes for pleasure and sometimes for lack of road. And on one occasion, we have to climb down a hill as we lost track and wandered off. Today is day 5 and we woke up early. As our hotel is adjacent to the airport, Our early morning sleep is interrupted by the deafening thunder of the new French Rafales carrying out sorties. To check them out, we climbed the hill next to the airport. The next destination of the day was Thiksay Monastery. The idea is to spend a significant part of the day in the monastery, starting from the morning prayer. We came across the second Maitri Buddha statue of our tour. Everyone who visited this 49-feet statue appreciates its beauty. While appreciating its beauty, Dalai Lama once said, "You will never see it enough, and you will want to see it again and again." I never understood why some not so pleasant statues are worshipped in Buddhism along with Gautam Buddha. And we were very lucky to get the answer.
बुद्धिस्ट तंत्र जो पहले से था,
पहले से था। अच्छा,
बुद्धिज्म में तंत्र बाद में आया।
ऐसा
इधर है, अब इधर हर मनुष्य में इस तरह की पेंटिंग्स होते हैं। तंत्र का देवी देवता होते हैं, गौतम बुद्ध का चित्र होता है, तारा माता का चित्र होता है, बहुत कुछ होता है। क्योंकि ये आज लिखा हुआ नहीं है, हजारों सालों से ऐसे चलते आ रहे हैं। जैसे अब आप इस एक चित्र की व्याख्या करते हो तब आपको कुछ आइडिया लग जाएगा। मुझे ऐसा लगता है जैसे इसको कहते हैं संसार चक्र, पूरा संसार का मैप या नक्शा। इसमें क्या होता है, मनुष्य लोग, देवलोक, असुर लोग, ऊपर में, नीचे में जानवर के लोग, नरक के लोग, भूत प्रेत के लोग। अब जैसे पुनर्जन्म को मानने वाला बुद्धिज्म हुआ या हिंदुज्म हुआ या जैनिज्म हुआ, सिखिज्म हुआ, वो यही बात करते हैं कि हम संसार में कभी मनुष्य के रूप में, कभी जानवर के रूप में, कभी नरक के रूप में, कभी भूत प्रेत के रूप में, या कभी असुर, कभी देवता के रूप में बार बार इस तरह जन्म लेता है। यहाँ पर गौतम बुद्ध का दो श्लोक होता है, कहते हैं हम संसार में बार बार भटकता है और दुख भोगता है, हम यहाँ से निकल सकता है। इसको निकलने के लिए एक क्रांतिकारी विधि चाहिए, वो है ध्यान, साधना, विपासना, मेडिटेशन। इसके जरिए हम इसको निकाल सकता है, हटा सकता है। यही कहता है ये गौतम बुद्ध का 4 संदेश जो है इस संसार चक्र के चित्र के जरिए लोगों को बताने की कोशिश की है।
After hearing the monk for around an hour, I started appreciating the fact how close Hinduism and Buddhism are to each other, and for that case, every other religion of this world. By the time we could absorb all the beautiful concepts, it was time to meet the war widows.
हम लोग जब दिल्ली में रहते हैं, न्यूज़ में देखते हैं ना, तो उतना मालूम नहीं पड़ता है। और एक्चुअली तब बहुत कुछ हम लोग फील किया।
Trail hunters had organized a health checkup camp with the help of expert doctors from our road trip group. As a token of respect for their great sacrifices, each member of the Trail Hunter Ladakh Trip contributed a total sum of 1 lakh rupees to the War Widow Welfare Fund. We ended the day with some city food in Lehvenda Cafe at the main bazaar of Leh. This will be the type of food we will be deprived of for the next 5 days.
The best of our trip, the food is very yum and the coffee is amazing.
After some roaming around in the market, we went back early to the hotel. Next day, we will start early as we will be crossing the snow-capped Khardungla Pass at 17,500 feet. Next episode of this road trip will cover our experience of the formidable terrains in Nubra, Pangong and Sumareri. On the last day of our stay in Leh, we had done a blunder that haunted us for next 5 days.
I believe with this our emergency that has arisen will easen up, and we could now enjoy the morning drive.
All these stories and much more for the next episode. In case you have missed the first part of our road trip, please press the card at the end screen to check out our adventure as we got stuck at a dangerous bend while crossing Zojila Pass. Please stay tuned for the next episode of this road trip. Till then, bye.